Shamaya, you did it.
STL Music.
Is that good? Welcome back to the show. Yo, listen up, we back in the game. Sweet the league, we got the flame. Motivated to the fullest every single day. We wake up, get it in every way. Right from the two in the global inspiration. Talk this sports and top news, no hesitation. Sweet the league is back. We always coming back, that's a fact. Wanna tell them that STL Music, remember we did it, where we at. Coach Jill in the house with the flow so tight. Every round, Burberry rock stats, we unite. Yeah, the best show, Monday through Friday. If this ain't different, they lying. We got the energy. When I say sweet, you say the league. Sweep the league, sweep the league, sweep the league, sweep the league. San Antonio, let's go. Sweep the league. Sweep the league. Sweep the league. San Antonio, let's go.
Hi, it's Sherilyn, and you're watching Sweep the League TV. Follow me on Instagram at official Sherilyn for more content.
Hey, it's Rain Fernandez, and you're watching Sweep the League. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and Facebook at Rain Fernandez, Rayne Fernandez.
Hey, this is George Iceman Gervin, and you're listening to Sweep the League Radio.
Sweep the league TV where legends collide. If the Cowboys fall short, we'll still ride the tide. Like Jordan in the clutch or Brady's last play, we bring the fire, keeping fans in the fray. Coach Gio and Rudy calling the shots, with Derek Coventry, Hall of Fame thoughts. So hit that subscribe, don't sit on the bench. Get in the game, every highlight's intense. The live stream's on till your friends don't delay. Like Kobe in the fourth, we're here to play. Sweep the League TV, where greatness resides. From the blogs at the drive, till the halls on the rise. We're all in on sports, NBA, CFB, and more for fans. Live fans, it's the show you'll adore.
Actor Malcolm Jamal Warner has died at the age of 54. Warner accidentally drowned while swimming in the ocean Sunday afternoon, 54 years old. Warner is best known for his role, of course, as Theo Huxtable, Cliff's son, on The Cosby Show.
This is just coming in, some news from the world of music. Multiple reports saying that legendary British rocker Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76. Osbourne rose to prominence in the 1970s as a lead singer of the heavy metal band Black Sabbath. They formed in 1968. During that time, he adopted the nickname the Prince of Darkness, would sell more than 100 million albums. Again, this is just coming into our newsroom. That legendary hard rock artist Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76.
And welcome to Sweep the League again. You know, we just saw the passing of two, childhood, you can say icons, two childhood legends of us. For, when I was growing up, the Cosby Show was a part of everyday living, when we were watching TV and stuff. So, knowing that Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away, and then today hearing the news of Ozzy Osbourne, one of the all-time greatest rockers. I mean, went from, pissing on the Alamo and later apologizing about it and making everything, right with San Antonio. Just watching him, get older and everybody enjoying the TV show that he had with his family, and it was the Osbournes, I think is what it was. And, we all saw the last appearance by Ozzy Osbourne at his last concert live event. Didn't look good at all. So kind of felt that maybe this was the timing for Ozzy, but what a tough week already. Losing two Hollywood guy, and actually two Hollywood guys, in Malcolm Jamal Warner and Ozzy Osbourne. Man, it just kind of sucks because as I'm getting older, a lot of, the people that I followed and watched on TV, listened to music. I mean, it's like now they're getting into their second life basically, and they've all been gone into Valhalla basically. So Shout out to those guys. Prayers to all of them right there for them and their family as we lost two icons this week in Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us here tonight. It's just going to be myself tonight. Coach Gio is off. We did attempt to try Derek Gervin earlier. He's having some issues still. For those of you that haven't been on for a little while, Derek Gervin is going to be back very soon. He's been doing a lot of coaching, but also we're trying to get his connection working. As you guys know, the last time he was on, the connection was really bad for him. So we're working on that to get him here. But it's going to be myself tonight. This is going to be a show for you guys out there. Drop all your Ozzy Osbourne, memories. For those of y'all that were Malcolm Jamal Warner fans, if you want to drop your memories, I mean, the best Ozzy songs out there. You guys want to talk about that? I mean, childhood, man. It's like, you're growing up and everything around you just, gets older and older. And I'm, seeing things like when I grew up as a kid, when I was a little kid, watching, the TV shows with my dad, the A-Team, and this is going to really age me. A-Team, Barney Miller. I was a big Barney Miller fan. Nash, I can never go for Nash today. Not Nash, MASH. I could not stand MASH. My dad was a huge fan of that. But yeah, as we get older, a lot of our childhood memories start to dissipate, man. And that's the sad part about life, is that, there comes to an end. Life comes to an end for everybody. But sad to say we lost Ozzy Osbourne and Malcolm Jamal Warner. Get into the comments here. PTS TV. Shout out to Plead the Sith. Elias had a great guest tonight, Mike Mayer. They were live earlier at 7:30, a part of PTS TV on YouTube. You can also catch replays of it on Sweep the League Network, which is Sweep the League TV on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on that, as well as PTS TV on YouTube. That's Plead the Sith TV 25 on YouTube. Be sure to smash that subscribe button for Plead the Sith. I believe I'm doing double duty next week, which means I'll be doing Plead the Sith on Tuesday, and then right after that, jumping on for Sweep the League. So that's going to be a very fun show. It was a great show tonight, great wrestling show. We also got background on Mike Mayer as far as his, college sports coverage and stuff like that. Amazing time for Sith and Mike Mayer. Shout out to both of them. They did a fantastic job today. Sam Salinas, good evening, boys. Welcome, Sam Salinas. Appreciate you joining on. Tim Gonzalez, been a while. What's good, Rudy, man? What's good, Tim? How you doing? Rest in peace, Ozzy. Definitely. Put up Blue Devils. Tar Heels still suck. I love it. You always bring the fire on that, man. Sam Salinas is only Tuesday, hoping for no more notable deaths tomorrow or the rest of the week. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that very, very much, because hope we don't get any more deaths this week. We're gonna turn it around here in a little bit. Talk about a signing that the Spurs made, and then I have to kind of go back on a couple of things that I saw Twitter was going off on. So we'll get onto that too. ACC Media Day today through Thursday. Yeah, we'll see if we can get some coverage on that. Maybe tomorrow, tag your boy in. Hey, man, if you want to join, Sith, all you got to do is shoot me a DM. You can jump in on here at PTS TV, and why not go for the hat trick today? Definitely, for real. Yeah, Sith, if you want to jump on, just shoot me a DM. I'll definitely send you the link, man. You can jump on if you want to. Man, I've used the Theo lessons on my son. They totally work. Yeah, and that's the thing, put all the Cosby stuff to the back burner. I mean, we all know what happened to Bill Cosby. We all know, the dark side of Bill Cosby and stuff. Put all that to the backside of things, man. Put it in the back burner. The stuff you learned, it's crazy talking to the stuff you learned on Cosby. Hell, every now and then you could get a lesson from the Brady Bunch from back in the day. But yeah, it was the Cosby Show. It was a deep dive into some lessons, and that's that's the thing that you got to always remember, is that they're TV shows, but yeah, they can definitely be very, very helpful when it comes to parents raising kids, put it that way. Yeah, definitely, man. I shout out to Sam Salinas here. I'm using those lessons, man. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invite Sith. We're gonna bring Sith on here because he wants to do the double coverage here for Sweep the League. MASH was born. Yeah, dude, MASH is terribly boring. Could not get into MASH at all, man. There's no doubt about that. Almost Coach Football Time. We need Derek Irvin here. We're working on it. We're working on it, man. Derek Irvin will be back. He was coaching for a while there. He's got another coaching gig coming up, but I talk to him almost daily, Tim. So he's definitely ready to jump back onto the swing of things here at Sweep the League. And, you guys are asking for it, and we're going to go ahead and bring him on in because since Coach Gio bounced out tonight, we're going to bring on the man, the myth, the legend. Do we dare say his name?
Say his name and he appears. Say his name and he appears.
And it's
What up?
The man his own, Elias Sith, and the lighting is perfect. The backdrop is perfect. Our boy is growing up, and the hair. You know what? I can't take my cap off, man. I look like Buckwheat from the Little Rascals with this hair just going everywhere, man. I can't definitely do anything like that, man. But overall, you had a great show earlier, man. How was it with you and Mike Mayer?
Oh, bro, it's the chemistry between Mike and myself has grown exponentially over the year, bro. We started off doing Down for the Count with Brandon Medina. He was our California affiliate. We became friends through there. Then Leha and I started a wrestling group chat, and Mike and we talk daily through there. And I was like, hey, bro, I think it's time to bring you out and expose your talent even more than what you do on your own gig. And it was a great episode. I also got tagged into the Area 210 podcast this morning. Ranted about the Cowboys a little bit, and now I'm completing the hat trick. I'm on Sweep the League, the best damn sports show on YouTube, baby. Let's get it. What's up, Rudy? How you been, brother?
I've been good. And you made mention the best damn sports show on Podcast Network and on the network itself. I'm gonna say you said it, and I'm not gonna say I said it, so I don't get shit for saying anything like that, man.
Oh, bro, they could quote it. You know what? Write it, make a shirt out of it, record the video. I don't give a flying. You know what? This is the best damn sports show, and this is the best damn network on YouTube. Well, second to PTS _TV.
You've got to promote your own, man. I mean, definitely, you're 1A. I'll take 1B. I mean, there's no shame in tying. There's no shame in tying at that. But no, man, I definitely get it, man. Samson is there. He is. You got the hat trick, man. 3 for 3 today. So when will Sith versus Chris at SummerSlam? Apparently, you're supposed to be fighting Leha or something.
Oh, Leha doesn't want to smoke. Leha doesn't want to smoke. No, I'm playing. Leha's he smacked me around. Have MCS sponsoring my funeral too. But y'all get used to this partnership because there's word on the street. Rudy and I might have something cooking up behind the scenes, but y'all know about it when we know about it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The network, we've got a big meeting in August. So once that meeting happens and everything's laid out, I mean, Sweep the League TV is going to be going into a bigger umbrella. And I'm going to give you guys a heads up. If you listen to Locked On Spurs tomorrow, which apparently I'm the most hated person on Locked On Spurs, but I'm on Locked On with Jeff tomorrow. Yeah, you're probably second. You're a distant second. Now my major first. I've passed up some worse podcasters in San Antonio, apparently. So I'm here for that type of shit there. But there's an announcement on Locked On Spurs. The new network was announced tomorrow. So I'm gonna let that, kind of cook for tomorrow. Then tomorrow evening we'll make the announcement on the new network and all that stuff that's coming up. But yeah, dude, the partnership you and I are talking about, it's another show, but it has nothing to do with sports or anything like that. And we can give a little bit of background on it. I mean, we're not going to spill the title, but we're working on potentially bringing you guys the entertainment side of things because, I'm not gonna lie, I've got a great, great friendship with the Goods podcast, and they do entertainment stuff. But we're gonna try to bring that kind of stuff to you: movies, games. I mean, TV shows, just kind of entertainment. You said that's kind of what we're shooting for.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of like the good old days when you go to Blockbuster or those video rental stores and you just kick it with your friends the next day at the.
Were you alive during Blockbuster days?
I didn't live close to any, bro. The nearest one was about 3 hours away, and it's not worth traveling that much for a fucking movie. So we had the mom and pop stores local that had they had the wrestling videos on VHS where you would watch ECW, even rent a couple of deathmatch videos. You had the Commandos, your Terminator movies all in one spot. But But yeah, bro. It's
Yeah, dude. I know you probably didn't, but for all you San Antonio guys out there, the Pop and Go. If you guys remember Pop and Go on Fredericksburg Road, you go in there, you rent your videos, and they had a little back room with a curtain that you definitely, if you were 18 and over.
What was back there, Rudy?
So back there, they had I'm gonna say it was a lot of Sports Illustrated for adults. We'll put it that way.
It was a lot of clapping without hands. It was a lot of clapping videos without hands.
You went back there to rent definitely the adult version of the Sports Illustrated, swimsuit edition. So we'll leave it at that. But for everybody that knows Pop and Go, I mean, you definitely know what I'm talking about there. So yeah, the entertainment stuff's gonna be coming very, very soon, dude. But we've also got Tuesday night. You pulled a hat trick today. I'm pulling a double on Tuesday because I'm going to be coming back on Plead the Sith.
Yes, sir.
I think so far all the shows you've done have been amazing. They've all been like really, really good and really, really popular. But have I been the only one to cuss as much as everybody else? Because
man, I feel like everyone's
hotter.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's been saying. I think you're outdoing me on Sweep the League lately when it comes to the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To the vulgarness, I thought I've been hyping up this whole no holds bar type of show, but I think it's time to really give it to them now that the introduction and all the honeymoon phase is over. We have to get down and cook. And Rudy, you're up next week, so I'm expecting the rated R superstar Rudy to make his comeback and get as filthy and as aggressive as you want on the episode. And y'all, just a quick PSA, next episode will be themed. It's not just going to be about Rudy Campos' life. We're going to be talking restaurant etiquette and, just being out in the public and how you should act and not act like an effing animal. Control yourself. Dress properly because, I heard the Phoenix trip got a little NSFW, Rudy. Their outfits a little bit too much cotton they was showing. So yeah, if y'all want to hear more about that, join us next week, 7:30 p.m. on PTS_TV 2025 on YouTube. And our catches on Sweep the League at Sweep the League on Next.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely. You want to catch that show. It's going to be more of the Phoenix trip's going to come up on that. I know that.
Has to.
that. My eyesight's just coming back from what I saw in Phoenix. And then of course people being rude, and Gio didn't give me the heads up saying, well, Phoenix was voted as one of the most rudest cities in the country. Like that would have been a fucking great thing to tell me before we made this decision to go to Phoenix. But nonetheless, we had some good times there. I think restaurant etiquette's coming up on that show as well because the tipping part. And then it's kind of crazy. We went just tipping and thought, there's nothing. There is something else about restaurant etiquette, and it's the fact of how, not you, because I know you're way better than this, but the younger generation, man, I'm having issues with the younger generation working behind the counter because, dude, I walk in and I'm getting, you get the dirty look. If you don't want to work up, you know what? I'm going to drop this right now. We're going to go this right now.
Let's do it.
I recently went to Chipotle for lunch. The Chipotle I went to, I'll call it out, over there at the Forum at Olympic Parkway, Selma, whatever it is over there. I've gone there. I used to go there every single day, Monday through Friday. So they kind of knew me there, kind of backed off a little bit because, I've got other stuff going on. A lot of the crew's not there anymore that was there previously. Well, a new crew's there. I walk in, nobody's there to serve. They say, oh, we'll be with you in just a second. Okay, no worries. Girl comes from the back, pissed off because she can't talk to her friend back there. She has to actually work a little bit and, give us the food so we can go. And it's just kind of like, can I help you? Let me have a bowl. And I get a bowl to go. My go-to is brown rice, no beans, half chicken, half barbacoa. And then I get the green salsa and a little bit of cheese. That's my go-to there. So I'm like, give me I want brown rice. She goes, you want beans? I said, no beans. So then she goes, okay, what about your protein? Oh, let me get half chicken or half barbacoa. She gives me the chicken. And it's like, looking at me like, half barbacoa. Well, there's no barbacoa. It's going to be about probably 10-minute wait. Okay, well then chicken's fine. No worries about that. the entire time, mean mugging me like basically I left her on a one night stand and she's pissed off because I left the next morning and I hadn't called her like in 10 days. That's the look I got. And it got me thinking, like, next time I talk to Sith, I'll be like, bro, your generation there, you need to get them kind of controlled a little bit, because if you don't want to work, don't work. I'm cool with that. But if you are going to work, at least put up a little bit of a good face. Yeah, nobody wants to work, bro. Yeah, nobody wants to work, dude. Exactly.
No,
Nobody
man.
wants to work.
So I had an experience like that. Not so much with the employees, but are y'all familiar with Stripes? The the gas station, right? Stripes. They have
Yeah,
their own
yeah.
restaurant in the Laredo tortilla factory or whatever it is, right? Anyways, there's one right down the street from us, so I went and bought a half chicken plate, got my mac and cheese because I'm a big boy, got my mac and cheese and my side of rice. Yeah, anyways, they had me my plate. I come home and I open up the plate and it was an enchilada plate. I'm like, the fuck? This is not chicken. So so I go ahead and I'll take it back and I kind of let them know. Or I called actually and I said, hey, I got the wrong plate. What can I do about this? I don't like enchiladas or whatever. I said, no, so just bring it back and we'll give you your plate. So we show up, I put the plate on the counter and I kind of flagged the lady down and I point and I was like, is this my plate? She gives me a thumbs up. Rudy, tell me why. I get the plate, start walking out the door, and some older white, I guess racism as some older white dude just started. He's like, he didn't pay. And I kind of looked around like, oh shit, like who didn't pay? And I realized he was talking to me. He's walking out with the plate. He didn't pay. Man, when I tell you I have anger issues, so my anger went from very peaceful to just like, oh, now we're gonna fight over a half chicken, right? I'm like, what do you mean I didn't pay? I said they messed up my fucking order. I said I'm coming back and getting what's mine, right? He's like, well, I didn't see you pay for it. And the cashier, she's like, no, he had called us. It is his plate or whatever. And so I'm whatever, right? I got my plate. I'm walking out, and he made a comment like, well, sorry, right? And I was like, oh, okay, now you're gonna be an asshole. So I was already halfway out the door. I turned back. I was like, and you know what, Superman, if you had a problem with me walking out with an empty plate, it's like you act like you own Stripes. Why don't you pay for it next time or keep your fucking mouth shut? Those are your two options. Pay for the plate you think I stole, or keep it to yourself. I'm like, cause I'm not that guy, bro. You're not gonna disrespect me like that. The worst thing you could call a Mexican, and Rudy, this is a rat. I'm no rat. I'm not fighting for a plate either. So you think I really took time out of my day and just went and picked up a half chicken plate? I'm a big motherfucker, but I am not greedy.
I get you. It's a lot of sides, man. I think my generation is kind of tired of the younger generation because it's like total disrespect. It's this, it's that. I think the younger generation don't really have a whole lot of respect for the older generation because we are kind of hardcore, we are kind of like stickler to the rules and shit like that. So it's like a generation that kind of goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Who knows if it would ever get better, man? But ultimately, you've had that issue with over there. I had the issue at the Chipotle again. I don't mind calling it out. It's the Chipotle over there at the Forum. Hey, you know what? You're going to ban me from there because I called you out. Big deal. There's tons of other Chipotles around me. I can go get, Chipotle somewhere. Now, if you want to ban me from the entire Chipotle chain, that's kind of BS, but that ain't going to happen. It's just kind of like at the end of the time, she gets the bowl, she puts it away. And it's like, not even, is there anything else? Like that it? That's it. I'm like,
shut up, man.
I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, that's it. I'm good. Let me pay. Let me get the fuck out of here. So, that's the restaurant etiquette we want to talk about when it comes to Tuesday, man. It's going to be a great Plead the Sith. It's going to be restaurant etiquette. It's going to be Fat Phoenix. I'm going to call it right now. Fat PHAT Phoenix Talk. That's what we're going to call that. Plus whatever comes up, man. I don't know. You might have other stuff that's going to come up. I've always told you, I don't want to know what you asked me because same thing I told Jeff Garcia the other night where we were recording for Locked On. I said, he's like, I want to read you a fan comment. I said, don't tell me ahead of time. You want my honest reaction? Ask me or tell me without me knowing. Yeah, it's 100% like that. So I know you'll probably ask me stuff like that, dude. But dude, congrats, man, because you do a hell of a job on Play the Sith. The fastest growing, and I said it on Twitter, I said it again, the fastest growing show today is Plead the Sith, and remarkable, dude. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work.
Much appreciated. Couldn't do it without y'all's guidance. You know what I mean? Y'all, from the Jeffs to you to Joe, Mike, all y'all good fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get your shirt yet? I was asking.
Not yet.
No.
Hoping by next year though.
No.
I
don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to see if you got a shirt. I mean, I've heard shirts are supposed to go out pretty soon here. Rudy, since you've been gone for a while, Native Grown Oscars are closed down for good. Shout out to Oscars, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to me. I'm not starting anything bad. I'm not.
No, you're good. You're good.
Rudy Jones. Jones Garcia is a Spurs. You think he'll be buried in Austin or on the San Antonio bench? I'm going to get Sith's take on that real quick here. Sam Solis is clapping. I've been still waiting for mine too. I'm just saying. Well, are you waiting for a shirt, Sam? I've just heard shirts. That's all I know. If you're waiting for yours,
that's all I know too. Not shading nobody, but yeah, I was hoping to have mine by now. But
I mean, it could be coming from overseas, man. We don't know. It takes a while if it comes from overseas, dude. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Sam's saying yes. Okay, I'll make a call for y'all. I'll make a call. I am lucky when you're 6'4" and like 400 plus pounds. No one says anything to you. Shout out to John, Darth Odium, Lord of Abomination. Yeah, he's saying he's 6'4", 400 pounds. Nobody's gonna talk shit to him. So, yeah, definitely not, man. Definitely.
Yo, Darth Odium, what's your day job, bro? Because the Cowboys need some protection for Dak Prescott if you're available.
John, true story. John's a high school friend of mine. We went to high school together at Central Catholic, and he's always been a cool dude, man. He's always been a really cool dude. Just, love the guy. He's been really, really cool, man. But yeah, I mean, if the Cowboys need help, man, the Cowboys need more help than just him. Apparently, Dak Prescott threw his first interception of the season today. Come on, dude. Come on. I guess we'll just leave it at that. Got some Spurs talk, Sid. Let me do the Spurs Cheeseman segment here, and then we'll get your thoughts on Jones Garcia here.
So, I hear about the Spurs this y Spurs that, y como que esto y esta, pero I never hear about the real Spurs Cheeseman. Nime, por favor.
Thank you, Spurs Cheeseman girl. And the Cheeseman for tonight is definitely this. You've got a two-way contract being signed tonight. You have another two-way contract that's going to be offered probably later on in the week. We're expecting it to go to Riley Minix, but the one two-way contract that ended up going today was David Jones Garcia. Let me bring it up right now here as my wife has distracted me. I don't know if your wife ever distracts you, Seth, but my wife's trying to distract me while I'm doing the show here. And yeah, I might have to end the show earlier now because of this, but let's see here.
Better not see that chancla flying on screen.
If that chancla flies, I am not ducking it. That thing goes left, right, upside down, diagonal, everything, man.
Which way but loose.
Every which way. Oh, man. So David Jones Garcia, he secures a two-way deal with the Spurs. Jeff Garcia's wanted to know, you think he'll be buried in Austin or on the San Antonio Spurs bench? Honestly, let's keep it real. I was a guy, and it's funny because there was a guy, it's at Tavarius, I think, on Twitter, said basically there's two San Antonio beat writers on a podcast that said he was going to sign somewhere else. And basically, I guess they don't know shit. Well, apparently I don't know shit. So I'm one of those guys that said he wasn't going to be a Spur because look at how he's been playing in Summer League. 21 point a game average. Before that, he was averaging 21 points in Memphis in college, averaged 24, I think, for the Mexico City Capitanes. So he's been balling out. I figured a two-way contract for like $600,000. That's a little low for him. He's been balling out lately. You figured he'd get at least a $3-4 million deal, and I figured, well, another team's going to take him, but he's with the Spurs, so I'm going to use this opportunity to apologize and say, well, I don't know sports because I didn't expect him to sign, but he knows he signed with the Spurs. What do you think of David Jones Garcia? For me, I don't think he's going to be in the San Antonio Spurs rotation. Not yet. I think he's going to be bouncing back from Austin and San Antonio. he's going to get a lot of his run in Austin. That's my take on it. What do you think, bud?
No, I think we're both on the same boat. He's a great player. He did spectacular in summer league, but summer league doesn't exactly transition to the main roster, to the main league. I should say. I won't be opposed to seeing him come off the bench every now and then, but I don't think he'll be part of the rotation permanently. Um, I think Riley Minix has more of a chance of being on the rotation than David Jones Garcia. He just has a lot more to prove in the actual league. Riley, as we know, was out with injuries last season, and I'm still hoping he's going to help us with that, the whole sharpshooting position that the Spurs lack. So there's actually space for the likes of Riley more than there is Garcia, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Riley's kind of put his dudes in, and he's going to get, probably a little more luck for the Spurs. But again, I think both Riley and David Jones Garcia are going to both be guys that are going to be primarily in Austin. You're going to see him on the active roster for San Antonio from time to time. I think Riley probably gets a little bit more luck just because he's more seasoned in the Spurs system. But ultimately, dude, it's a great move for San Antonio. Not only that, you get a young 23-year-old guy who is definitely a good sharpshooter. The only negative I saw with David Jones Garcia, which I brought up on Locked On, was he's very turnover prone right now, and that's because he's young. The NBA is a way quicker game. He had some issues with turnovers in the summer league. Again, summer league, and that was the other thing. He said, both those guys said, don't put any value in the summer league. Well, it's fucking summer league, man. I mean, give me a break. We're not gonna. These guys are not playing, starter minutes majority of the time in the NBA unless it's Alex Czar or some of these other guys who are already starters. But yeah, I mean that's the other thing. But with Garcia, you're getting the young kid who can turn into a Julian Champagny, who maybe could be your next Gary Neal from back in the day, could be your next Jaren Jackson, somebody like that. So kind of like it. I mean, I'm not opposed to that at all, man. I definitely am not opposed to it at all. We got more comments for you. It says, Sith, did you get your Cena shirt? Are you owed a Cena shirt as well?
No. He's talking about the San Antonio John Cena shirt. Since I wasn't at the show, I wasn't able to club it, and I guess they pulled it from the website already. But it is what it is. I'm pretty sure I could get one of those Traders Village merchants to make me one for cheaper. If you know.
Yeah, Traders Village they'll move the colors up and down a little bit.
That's my favorite place in all of San Antonio. Catch me at Traders Village every chance I get.
I haven't been in a while, man. Have they added a lot more? I mean, I like to go to the like the flea markets, the pulga is what I like to do. But when I last time I went to Traders Village, it was kind of dead, and it was on a Sunday, and it's been a while. I mean, I'm gonna say it's probably been like 8 or 9 months since I've been. And
no, it's been popping. Especially last time I went, they were having a card show, and they had some. I wouldn't say some big name celebrity or athletes, but there was some UTSA legends and whatnot in the mix signing autographs. So it was pretty dope. Traders Village, I mean, it's not for everyone. I mean, if you're into bargaining and whatnot, then it's a dope place. I personally go, Rudy, for the turkey legs, because second to them, it's probably SeaWorld. They carry the best turkey legs, and as a fat boy myself, I'm always gonna go where they're at. So Locked On Spurs says, Rudy, our Locked On Spurs episode for tomorrow has been heavily edited. Rudy, were you cussing?
No, I was not. I didn't cuss one time at all. That's why I'm trying to figure out why was our episode heavily edited.
Or I think F is trying to save face. He's not trying to get you canceled, because then you'd for sure have to pass the keys to sweep the league over to either Gio or I full time.
Well, I mean, you guys may have to take the keys over sometime soon, because this old man is, going to be probably put out to the back pasture and shot dead in the head, man, or something. Oh yeah, I'm going to get old Yeller by somebody. There's definitely that. I think I know what he's talking about, because David Jones Garcia was actually a segment that Jeff and I did. Then when he got signed today, kind of screwed it all up, because again, I went on my rant. We both were like, I don't know if he's going to be signed by the Spurs. Well, they went and had to F it up today and sign him. So now I guess he had to edit that entire thing. So yeah, I get that completely, man. Tim Gonzalez, Sith, your take on Cena and Cody segment on SmackDown. Give Tim your segment on that.
Yeah, I think it was fantastic, Tim. I think we're finally seeing the roles reversed. So we're having Cody kind of paralleling what The Rock is once he became a heel. I think we're getting the Cody heel turn soon, not SummerSlam soon. And say that 5 times, Rudy. Shit's hard to say, right? SummerSlam soon. But down the road, we're gonna get heel Cody. Heel Cody might be our champion, and he'll be defeating babyface John Cena for the title. That's just my take. You could kind of see the aggression and whatnot building on Cody Rhodes, and John Cena is finally starting to give it up to the crowd once again. So I think that's the boat we're heading on, and I'm all for it. I always said Cody as a heel worked out way better than whatever the hell he is now. Babyface Cody, and that's pretty much it, Tim. That was my take from that whole segment.
There you go. That's why you're the best on this, man. Sam Salinas, I like the move. He needs a chance to show what he can do with Austin as a fail-safe. Been playing great against guys of equal ability. Let's see what he can do with the big boys. And Sam, you get a round of applause on that one because it's true, man. For the one guy out there calling out people saying, well, don't believe in summer league play, but he's balling out. They're saying don't put much into it. Exactly what Sam said. You're playing against guys who are trying to make the roster and may not even be on an NBA roster come this season. And that's the thing. Put him up against the big boys, and then he's gonna have some flaws. If he balls out, they're not stupid. They're not gonna leave him in Austin. They're gonna bring him on up. Shout out to Sam with that one, dude. John in here. Jones Garcia, if he is good enough, will be like Jonathan Simmons going back and forth playing time. I have no doubt about that, man. Jonathan Simmons was a baller for San Antonio. He decided to take his bags, pack them, go to Orlando in free agency. And it's kind of weird, Sith. When players do that from the Spurs system, we don't hear anything about him after that.
Yeah, they don't always work out. It doesn't transition well to other organizations. You remember a time, Rudy, when the San Antonio Spurs were the go-to organization, the poster organization of the NBA. Everyone wanted to, practice and play just like them, and it seems like we got left behind in time while everyone started with this whole, I was gonna say, with this whole weak ass type of NBA play with chuck up threes, no more hits, and no more defense.
Yeah, dude, I remember those times, and basketball has changed just a tad bit for the worse, to be honest, man. Sith and Rudy, what will be the key for Daniel Jones Garcia to impress the San Antonio Spurs? Oh, man. Honestly, just consistent shooting. I mean, if he can be a spot-up shooter, give him an extra three-point threat, he should be able to get some looks there. This is what I'll say. If he can take over the role that Malachi Branham was supposed to be, then I think he gets a little more run sooner rather than later. How you feeling about that, Sid? What do you think is a key for him to get back or to actually impress the Spurs and get on that roster?
No, I think you hit it right on the nose. I think consistency is going to be a big part in his minutes, right? See if he could transition from the same play he had Summer League, transition that over to the same play as on G League, and to see what he does with the minutes he actually obtains when he's on the main roster. If we could see him do half the shit he did in Summer League, then he'll for sure have that roster spot. He doesn't necessarily need to be a starter, which I know Tavarius was giving you shit on that earlier, but not everyone who gets called up or gets drafted has to be a starter. I mean, guys, bench players exist for the reason. For example, my all-time favorite player is a bench player, probably the ideal bench player. That's Emmanuel Ginobili. I mean, as y'all know, I refer to him as a Spurs GOAT. So yeah, as long as he could come into his role knowing that his minutes are limited for the meantime and he could make the most out of them and not be bitchy about his minute cuts, then that's all it takes. And he just has to clean up his ball possession more than anything, because he has the shot, he has the defense. Pause. He has the D. He has the.
Just said he has the D. I mean, you got to complete these sentences,
He has the shooting capabilities, and we all know that he's all there for it. He just has to prove himself. Consistency is key, in not only NBA but in life. And a wise man once told me that, right, Rudy?
That is very, very true. Very, very true, man. I'm gonna play this here because comments are getting a little wild, man.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, you're the wrestling guy. John's in here, and he says WWE sucks AEW for life, man. How's your response to that? I don't follow much wrestling anymore, so what do you follow?
Shit, so the WWE sucks, all right. Yeah, it sucks that they're about to sell out shows. Sucks that they have all the premier celebrities on their side. It sucks that they have the best champions ranked on not only wrestling media but on pop culture media too. You have them even being ranked on Sports Center. But no, WWE sucks, right? That multi-billion-dollar company with probably the best merch in the game too. I mean, AEW is cool if you have an open bingo hall that ain't doing shit on a Saturday, But, no, but it's all love to, our boy Darthodium, Lord of Abomination. But I just think you're wrong because AEW never had the Heartbreak Kid in his roster.
I know. Shout out to John, man. I love when he's on the show talking to us and leaving comments because it's always fun when he does, man. He pulls out some crazy good shit. WWE sucks, AEW for life. Hey, man.
Love that.
It's like the generational talk. And it's like the GOAT talk that everybody gives me shit for. It's your opinion. If your opinion is different from mine, awesome. You're cool. If you want to keep arguing with me, I'm going to get a little mad. If you want to keep arguing me even more, then it's not even a talk no more. Let's just get at it. I mean, we'll find out exactly who is generational and who is all of this shit. So that's why I love it.
Bro, I got shit because I said Wembanyama isn't generational yet. That motherfucker's just tall. You're so disrespectful. You're not a Spurs fan. I'm not a Spurs fan, but how many of y'all walking around with one of these, I ain't gonna take this off my body just because y'all tell me I'm not a Spurs fan. Once we start policing fandoms, you just hit a whole new level of corniness. But stick to your Twitter fingers, stick to your Facebook pokes, and shove them up where the sun won't hit you. Yeah.
Exactly, man.
That's how you cut a fucking promo, Rudy.
You know what? I think that's what we've got to do. We got to start cutting promos on a lot of these basement dwellers. That's what we need to do, man. Hey, man.
What I called them that one time, the mutants at table 17, bro.
Oh, man, dude. Oh, see, Stone Cold had to jump in on that one. Yeah, we got to do some promos on this shit because this is awesome. I'm loving it. We got another one that's going to get Jeff. What does Jeff do really well? He stirs the pot.
He was a chef
he brought this up. Jeff locked on street saying Grok cooked Musty today. I was sent a Gronk, or I call it Gronk, a Grok. Is it Gronk or Grok? Grok? What do you call it?
Grok.
Like okay, so the Grok, we'll call it the Grok here. Basically, I saw a message, saying that the whatever's wrong and the wrong, like a certain reporter, yada yada yada. And Jeff saying Grok cooked Musty today. You probably follow it more than I do. Was it a whole lot of cooking going on?
Oh man, he got roasted, rotisserie, baked, broiled, boiled.
Oh,
He
wow.
got all that, bro. So what happened was a boy of ours shared a post saying, "Hey, this isn't so and so soccer player. It's actually Victor Wembanyama. So get your facts straight." And
Okay.
Grok's like, "Indeed, this is Victor Wembanyama." But there tends to be a lot of fake reporting. He's like, for example, Spurs reporter isn't very trustworthy. Like Grok just went in on his ass, and So, Mr. Musty, you know where to find me. You know where my page is at. I've been blocked and unblocked by your ass multiple times, but just know I'm not the only one who thinks you're a fraud. Grok also believes so, and that's AI. They say AI is for the future and AI is knowledgeable. So take that knowledge what you like. Musty is not reliable because Grok said so.
Damn, there you go. And I found it. That's what it was, right?
Exactly.
So
That's it.
Anfield Papers, your I don't know how to say kid video is Victor Wembanyama of the Spurs, clear mismatch in height and sport, fraudulent posts like those from Spurs reporter who often gets called out
Fraudulent.
for fake NBA news. Wow. Bio says fun, but verify before posting. Woo! Holy shit, man. Grok's got to get 2 claps.
So I've been cooked. I've been cooked in the down for the count spaces. I've been cooked on Locked On Spurs, but I've never been cooked by Grok, bro. That's a whole other level. And if Grok says it, it must be true. Musty, you are fraudulent.
Damn, I love it. I love it. And FYI, the Spurs reporter, I noticed that he followed me a long time ago, and I think I randomly clicked on his profile one time. I noticed I was unfollowed, so I hit the unfollow button. I mean, I never really ever messed with any of his posts or anything, so I get it. The only I don't like, and I'm going to say it again, I'm going to reiterate it, and you probably hate it too, is that if you're going to come at somebody, use your own account.
Yeah.
Don't go and create another burner. Don't go creating shit like that. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Have the balls, have the tits, have everything you want to come in at me using your own account. That's all I ask for. I don't have a burner. I don't need a burner. I mean, just come at me on my own account, on your own account. That's all I ask for. Tim Gonzalez, Rudy Godfather's Pizza is back. Really? I didn't think I heard that. I have to try Godfather's Pizza. It's been a long time. Leha, Sheffield, don't realize y'all was on late as fuck. Nah, you're never late, dude. MCS's own Christopher Leha is in here, man. You're never late. You come in whenever you want, brother. That's all that matters here. Appreciate
Shout
you
out
coming on.
MCS General Contracting, also sponsors of the Plead the Sith
Definitely.
chat. Shout out Chris Leha, one of my best friends, one of founding members of USOA. Us Susios are kind of unhinged, so when we're on your channels, you kind of got to let them know that it's NSFW, because I can't control what my mouth says all the time, Rudy.
I've told you it's perfectly fine with me. I've gotten the as long as we're not on actual radio, you can kind of say what you want here. This is not a safe space. I mean, let's be real. It's a safe space, but it can get a little crazy, as you can tell, man. Sam is saying, saw some stat that said none of WWE champions were born in the 90s. First, sucks that born in the 80s is old now. Second, AEW champs are young up and comers. Okay. I mean, I don't know how to answer that, man. I don't know how to come back on that. Like I said, I mean,
and I couldn't tell you who an AEW champion is right now, so don't pass it over here, Rudy.
Isn't that blonde chick the one that was
Tony Storm
downtown on what's her name?
Mercedes Moné.
Yeah, isn't she not her? That's not Mercedes. The other chick, isn't she a champion?
Tony Storm.
Yeah, right? I guess that's her. And the reason why I know is because everywhere on social media shows her,
punching on that box. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that
was a different kind
of graphic stuff.
Yeah, that was
don't want to get into that
type of pile driver, Rudy.
Son, go change your diaper because it is full of crap. Damn. He just told you. That's exactly what John told you, man.
That's fine.
You got to reply to John on that?
No. We good.
We're gonna keep it clean. Okay,
I'm probably in my diapers because I'm young. You're probably in yours because you're old as G-Ads.
Hey,
come on, for being honest.
I just said he's a classmaite of mine, so he's old just like
Rudy just got the Seth Rollins chair to the back. That's all.
Yeah, I did. Leha says AEW is a 2-pack of ass. There's no doubt about that. Leha cooking even more, says Wemby isn't generational. That is a fact. What else is going on in here? It says getting cooked by AI is wild, man. That deserves it. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. How do you get cooked by AI? I mean, that is the absolute freaking worst, man.
You get exposed long enough, Rudy, that it just happens naturally.
Would you rather get cooked by a person or a bot? I mean,
I think it hurts more when a robot does it because they run it through all the stats and possibilities, and at the end of the day, the result is final. You are a fraud. That shit hurts more than someone else saying it.
Oh, I know that, dude. Leha says there is a bunch of emotional
people
on that app. They drink a little and act tough, but they soft as Charmin in person. I'm gonna be real, dude. I'm not much of a public person. I kind of stay private. My family and I, we stay private. I'm only on the public on, card shows here and that. But I've always said, if you're coming at me online, be sure to come at me the same way in person. And I think Leha's right. It's easy to talk shit behind a keyboard. But when you come at person and you're like, oh, hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? Trying to give you a 5. I'm probably the type that's going to be like, you know what, man? You're good. I don't want to shake your hand. first off, I don't know how deep that hand has been up your ass, and then second of all, I just don't respect you enough to shake your hand. That's the part. That's the thing. That's the thing that we all got to understand too. Is that you, man? I mean, you got to understand. You probably meet more people off of X than I ever have. So, I mean, do you think that's fair enough? If you're gonna come strong behind a keyboard, probably should come the same way in person.
It never happens, Rudy. The switch up it's like comes pre-programmed. It's like that one Brad Paisley song, I'm so much cooler online.
Oh God, I remember that.
You
Oh,
remember that? Talk about
I
a
do remember
throwback. I'm the oldest 30-year-old y'all know.
that. And hey, John's in here again. Leha, I finally agree with something you say. Wemby is not generational. Only generational player ever was Kareem. Funny, I mentioned Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was one of my generational guys. So Leha saying no radio for me ever. Marcus Smart to the Lakers. That still doesn't make them a playoff team. They're still trash. Tony Storm is the AEW Women's World Champion. Leha, Sucios uniting with some Necios on Saturday. Shit is gonna be dope. I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be showing up Saturday to this Sucio and Necio party that we're having. So that's gonna be fun, dude. I think you're gonna be there. I think I'm finally gonna be able to shake a legend's hand there because I've already shook Leha's hand one time. Now I get to shake the legend that is Plead the Sith's own Lias, man. How are you gonna be there for sure? Are you going?
Yeah, it's a for sure thing. I got the days off, got the miles set up, got the time posted with Leha too. So I'll be there for sure, Rudy. Looking forward to hanging out with you and the fellas.
Are we supposed to be on our best behavior?
Oh hell no, bro! I'll probably be drunk by the time you show up. I'm just kidding.
I will. If you do, you do. No big deal. Locked On Spurs. Yeah, it is getting rowdy right now on X. I haven't seen anything on X.
No, I just saw something. It got me kind of heated, but we'll get to
Really?
that. We'll get to that. Yeah, it was.
Oh man, what am I
Yeah,
missing?
let me just tell you, I'm my brother's keeper, and I don't like what I'm reading. I'm not talking about Chris Leha. Shout out my boy Bear County Social Apparel. Just, yeah.
I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Can't wait to jump off of Sweep the League now. Rudy, how big of a loss is Ozzy passing today? Well, I got into the Ozzy talk earlier. Huge loss in the music industry. Man, you got your thoughts right now before we get off the show. What do you got on Ozzy, man? Because he's a guy that was through every generation. If you think about it, his music just lives through every generation, no matter young, old, whatever.
Yeah, no, bro. He was big. He was big growing up. He's actually one of my wife's favorite artists. Let me give you a little backstory about myself. I tried starting a rock band back in junior high. I'm into that whole screamo, post-hardcore stuff, and Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath at that was a big inspiration for what we were trying to do. We take it back to them, Iron Maiden, Alice in Chains, all them bands, bro, and the loss of Ozzy Osbourne, not only as a music icon, but you got to remember that keeping up, or what was it, the Osbournes was a very popular show on MTV for a good while. It was a VH1 that I grew up watching. So, this loss is tremendous. Beyond his music and the impact he made behind it, it's just a big loss for the whole world at that, because music unites one another. And Rudy, he just had the perfect send off about 2 weeks ago. He partaked in his final concert, and Mama, I'm Coming Home just hit different. That video just hit different.
It really did, dude. And that's all the jokes aside, that last song he did, Mama Come Home, live, dude, it's almost like if you look at the video, you can tell we knew something was wrong with Ozzy already, but you look at that video, it truly was a like, you know what, I'm kind of done. I'm ready to go. Life is what it is. And that's probably the best way for Ozzy to call it a life, dude. He's lived a great life. I'm not gonna lie. What was he like, 70, 76? Is that what he was? I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, around there, 74, 76.
Yeah, he was around the 70s, which, I mean, for rockers, that's like 100 years, dude, as much partying as they do there. So Word on the street said this is getting Jacob Fatu shirt that shows the Spurs logo.
Man, I tried to get that too. Didn't work out.
Well, there's always the pool guy, man. You can always go to Traders Village and get that too. We're going to put an end to this show tonight here. Appreciate Sith for joining me tonight. Be sure to be sure to catch Plead the Sith. Earlier today, he was on with Mike Mayer, and it was a tremendous show. They talked wrestling. They talked about Mike's background as far as it goes with the college sports. Great, amazing show. We're going to get Mike on Sweep the League here very, very soon, so we can kind of, chop it up with him. Plead the Sith does come back Tuesday again, 7:30. I'm doing double duty, so definitely going to be looking forward to that. Then after that, we'll do some more Sweep the League. Should be back tomorrow. Hopefully, Coach Gio will be back tomorrow, maybe Thursday as well. So we'll try to get these shows ready to go for you. I modeled my old band after Black Sabbath. Ozzy Sabbath created metal. My favorite style of metal is a style that comes from Sabbath, doom, stoner metal.
I
remember that. Ozzy just left everything on the table, man. So appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Appreciate Sith for jumping in and subbing for Coach Gio. It is Rudy Campos Jr. Until we sweep the league again, we'll see you later, knuckleheads.